filming us.
Yes,
You need to turn the camera off.
I'm not going to turn the camera off, ma'am. That's not going to happen.
Do you have your ID on you?
I do. I just don't give it unless I've broken the law, sir. But your policy doesn't trump my rights or the law. Respectfully, sir.
On November 27th, 2022, Long Island Audit exercised his First Amendment rights at the Motor Vehicle Administration in Elkton, Maryland. His actions quickly drew attention and led to an immediate interruption by members of the public inside, ultimately resulting in the involvement of the police.
I'm okay, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, ma'am. Where am I from?
Yeah, who do you work for?
Where am I from, or who do I work for?
Who do you work for?
I work for myself, ma'am.
Okay, why are you filming our facility?
Oh yeah, I'm taking some pictures and video of the facility. That's correct, ma'am.
Why?
Oh, because that's my job. Okay, that's my job. Thanks. Hang tight. Are you calling somebody or? Huh? Stay here? For what?
What's going on?
Oh, I'm not sure.
And I'm just trying to figure out why. Did you know anything about this gentleman coming in?
No.
Who are you, sir?
Scott.
Scott?
Naylor.
Are you?
What can I help you with?
Do you work for the
Yes, I do.
NVA?
Yes, I do.
In what capacity, sir?
Manager.
Manager. Okay. No, there's no. I don't have an issue here.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm just curious why you're filming.
I told you it's my job, ma'am. I told you that already.
And who do you work for?
Myself. I told you that as well.
For what?
Who are you?
purpose
Who are you, ma'am? Who are you?
What purpose are you filming?
Who
our
are you, ma'am?
facility?
Okay, who are you, ma'am?
When you turn the camera off, I'll talk to you.
Okay, then I don't want to talk to you either. Great.
Then you need to turn the camera off.
No, I don't need to do anything that you're telling me to do, ma'am. Respectfully.
Facility, you cannot be taking pictures.
In a state-run facility, you cannot take pictures.
Correct.
Why is that?
Because it's against the law.
It's against the law.
Yes.
Why would it be against the law?
Sir,
Clearly, the staff was unhappy with the public exercising their First Amendment rights, even going so far as to claim it was against the law. This highlights just how little some state employees actually know about the laws they are meant to uphold.
I'm asking you serious questions. I don't understand. I didn't come in here bothering you, ma'am.
do you work for?
I told you I work for myself.
I understand you work
Okay.
for yourself. What kind of company is it?
A news gathering agency, ma'am.
Okay. You cannot be in here filming us.
Yes,
You need to
I'm
turn the camera off.
I'm not going to turn the camera off, ma'am. That's not going to happen.
Sir, you're not allowed to film in this. This is a state facility. You can't.
Oh, this is a state facility, right? Yeah. Okay. And the other woman who didn't identify herself didn't say anything about.
Okay.
She said the same
You need
thing.
to leave.
For what purpose, sir?
You're filming.
Why?
I told you to stop filming. You're not stopping.
I'm filming and I didn't stop filming, so that means I need to
asked you
leave.
Stop filming.
Yeah.
Are you going to comply
No,
with that?
I'm not going to comply with that request, sir. No. Why would I comply with a request that violates my First Amendment rights? Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just taking some pictures and video, ma'am.
I don't. Are you supposed to be doing that?
Am I supposed to be taking pictures and video? I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be taking pictures and video.
Oh,
There's nothing wrong with taking
It's-
pictures and video.
I believe there is.
Do you think there is something wrong with it? What would be wrong with it?
That you're not supposed to be taking. I
Pictures
mean,
and
is
video?
this, yeah, is this work related or?
Yeah, it's work related.
For what?
Oh, I work for myself.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you can't do that. So
I can't do that?
Yeah, hold up 1 second.
Yeah, I already talked to Scott.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's saying the same. He must have trained you. He's saying the same kind of things that you said.
Yeah.
That I can't, and I try and explain to him that I
So
can.
he told you that.
Yeah, that
you
I
could-
can't. No, he
Okay.
told me that I can't.
Yeah.
He told me to stop recording.
Then why are you still recording?
Oh, because I don't need to listen to Scott. I don't work for Scott, and
Yeah.
I work for myself, and it's a constitutional right to record. I'm news
No, it's
gathering.
what do you mean your news gallery?
I'm news gathering
For what?
for my company,
Which is.
a company that I own.
All right. Well, how about have a seat? Don't bit here. Let me close this door here because.
Yeah, you can close
Yeah.
the door. I'm not going to get in your way of closing the door. It's not a problem.
Yeah. I still don't understand. Why are you doing this?
I just told you, ma'am, I'm news gathering. Can I get your
For
name?
what?
Can I get your name?
No, you may not.
Okay, so
Can I get yours? Let me have
Well,
a card.
I mean-
Mr. News Gatherer.
you're the one that works for the public, right? I don't.
Do
So you should be nice enough. First of all, number one, you came up to me. Number
Well,
two,
that's because I see that you're taking pictures, and I was just asking you what you were doing.
yeah, so it would be polite to identify yourself as a member of the public, as a member of a that works for the public. You work for the public, and I'm the public, and I'm asking for your name, especially because you came up to me and you're telling me that what I'm doing is
because
illegal.
I see that you're walking around taking pictures, and
Yeah.
I saw you filming inside a private office.
Yeah, the door was open, and I realized that it was his office, Scott's office over here. So I thought it was ironic that he wanted me to stop recording and that there was a camera in his office. I thought that was ironic.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Not only did the staff demand that he stop recording, but they also refused to identify themselves, which directly violates their policy. As public servants, they are obligated to provide their identification when requested.
So it's looking like General Manager Scott is calling the authorities. Don't know why. Alright guys, so looks like law enforcement has arrived. Hopefully they're educated on our constitutional rights. And we have no issues. Looks like Maryland State Troopers has arrived on the scene.
Yo, sir.
Hey, how are you?
Living a dream, trying to stay out of trouble.
Me too. Me too.
So I happened to receive a phone call. A few people were just a little cautious because they happened to say that you happen to be standing outside with your camera and everything like that, which obviously having a camera is not against the law for you to have a camera out or anything like that. You go ahead and walk by, sir. But I'm just coming out just to make sure everything's okay.
Yeah. First, would you mind giving me your name and badge number, Trooper?
Trooper Williams, Maryland State Police, like I said to you before.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Badge number is 7381.
I'm sorry, Trooper.
Do you have your ID on you?
I do. I just don't give it unless I've broken the law, sir.
Okay. Well, due to the circumstances that's occurring, I have to make sure that I identify those whom which I'm speaking to, because in the event, let's say, God forbid, you happen to be someone who happens to have a felony warrant against you or something like that, I need to be able to go ahead and do what I would have to in the aspect of my job, which would be affecting the arrest if you do happen to have a warrant. But the best way to completely rule that out, to avoid any type of like miscommunications or anything of the sort, I would just have to easily just get your name, date of birth, that's it. Or you can just give me your ID, I can read off the sound decks, and I can literally give it right back to you. Everything's done, it's taken care of.
Yeah. So my one issue with that is that I haven't broken the law. So unless I've broken the law, I don't hand over any identifying information. And if you believe that you have a right to do that, I would only politely ask, Trooper, that we call a supervisor to the scene, so that way we can clarify your authority in demanding ID from a law-abiding citizen who's not breaking any laws.
Well, I've already explained to you what the policy is for us
Yeah.
in reference to my job.
I understand your policy must. Yeah,
you
you.
make contact with someone.
I'm sure
at
your
any point in
policy
time.
does state that you should identify people that you make contact with.
Yes.
But your policy doesn't trump my rights or the law. Respectfully, sir. Respectfully, Trooper, it doesn't trump the law. I don't have to identify myself to you because I have not broken any laws. You said I'm not breaking any laws yourself, so that means I do not have to identify myself to you, and I am not going to.
Okay. So my question at this point would be, what is the significance of you standing outside with a camera and video recording people?
Oh yeah, I'm standing outside with a camera. I'm video recording the facility here, in and out of the facility, the public facility here.
You didn't tell me the reason why.
Oh, the reason
why.
why.
What you were doing,
yeah.
but you didn't tell me why.
Okay, the reason why is that I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a story on the NVA here.
What is the story that you're working on? Like, what is the context of the story?
Oh, I can't get into that. I can't divulge the information, any specifics, because it might compromise my story.
Okay, so.
But I will tell you that I'm an independent journalist, and you identified
Is
yourself.
there any
I
way
will tell
for
you my
me to
name is
identify
Sean.
you as a journalist? Because
No,
you're
there's
saying that
no
you're
way.
a journalist, but think of it like this: if I were to tell someone I am a clown
Yeah.
on my time off, I'm a clown.
Yep.
I work for blah blah blah. Okay, do you have a business card? Do you happen to have a company in which that you can work to that we can go ahead and make a phone call to verify that you are this person that you're saying that you are?
Yeah.
See where the issue comes into play. Hence the reason why I asked you previously for your information, because it would be easier for me to be able to disclose exactly.
So my
who
ID
you are.
would not. Giving you my ID would not.
Your ID would allow
would
me
not tell me. Would not tell you that I'm an independent
No,
journalist.
no, no,
sir.
no, no, no. You're not. Listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Your ID would allow me to identify who you are in the aspect of who are you.
Yeah.
It's not going to identify your
My
job.
name's Sean.
But, okay, Sean.
Yeah, my name's Sean.
Okay, no problem. SHAW.
You identified yourself, so I'll identify. My name is Sean.
Okay, no problem. I appreciate that, Sean. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
no problem.
SEAN or-
SEAN. Yeah.
Okay. Last name?
It's just Sean.
Just Sean?
It's just Sean.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Easy day, man.
Yeah.
Easy day.
Just Sean.
So with that being said, like I said, it would make it easier for me to be able to identify you.
Yeah.
So bare minimum, because if you're telling me again that you are a journalist, okay, do you have any credentials with you? Do you have?
You should just. There is no credentials because at the end of the day, you know, there is no state agency in Maryland or the United States government that hands out.
Come off of the,
that hands out. There is nothing there is no agency, government agency that hands out press credentials. I can go to, you know, Staples right now and print out something that says press credentials, but I think that's silly because our press credentials. Let me finish, please. Let me finish. Let me finish, please, because press credentials, that would kind of be invalidating the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. We have the freedom of press. You do too, Trooper. We all have freedom of press. I am just news gathering for my company, and that's it. My company is I cannot divulge that information because it might compromise my story, Trooper.
Okay, so again, you're stating that you're outside recording the entrance of the NBA for purposes in relation to a story, but you can't disclose who.
Correct. Just like if you were conducting an investigation.
I'm trying to make sure I got
okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
You can't disclose who you work for.
Yep.
You cannot disclose the context of the story. Correct.
Correct.
You cannot tell me anything in relation to where it's going to be posted or anything like that. Correct.
Correct.
So my question at this point, reasonably speaking, how would I be able to take your word? Because
why wouldn't you be able to?
So with that being said, people have malicious reasons on why they tell people fabricated stories. It happens all day, every day. I'm not saying that you are doing it, but at the same time, I don't know. So I'm being put into a situation where at this point
you can't confirm.
Exactly.
Okay.
See what I'm saying here?
All
I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep anybody from getting in trouble.
Gotcha.
I'm just trying to make it okay, cool. If you're here and you're trying to document a story because you have something that you're trying to go ahead and report on, cool, fine, dandy. Easiest way for me to be able to be like, hey, look, this is what he's doing, this is why he's outside. And then at that point, nobody has to have any like raised awareness or anything like that.
Yeah.
I can easily take care of that for you. But with you not giving me that information, I can't do that for you. See what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, but at the end of the day, what I want you to understand is that your authority as a Maryland State Trooper gives you like a tool belt, like the one you're wearing, right? You have a tool belt. You have certain authorities that you can exert. One, demanding ID or even, you know, forcing me to give you my ID is not one of them. So, and not believing me, you know, is, I can't help you if you think I'm a liar. I'm not saying you saying that, but I'm just saying if you think that I'm a liar, I can't help you. Yeah, sure.
I'm not cutting you off.
Sure. You are cutting me off. He doesn't want to hear it. This trooper does not want to hear it whatsoever.
Trooper Williams appears polite, but remains fixated on requesting identification, despite the auditor's repeated refusals. This raises concerns about the authorities' tactics, their disregard for privacy, and the potential misuse of efforts to extract personal information from the public.
All right, so like you said, you're doing the documentation, you're writing a report.
I'm working on I'm news gathering for a story here at the MVA, sir. That's what I'm doing.
So, like I said, I'm just trying to figure out exactly what is it that is potential. Because, see, for example, we have people who are starting to become agitated
I understand.
and irritated.
And I would...
Because I would say this to you. This is what I would say to you. Yes, everybody has the right to freedom of speech. Yes, you have the right to have your camera. And if you want to record something, you can. Yes. But at the same time, if someone is specifically stating to you, hey, I'm asking for you not to violate my privacy because you don't know the reason why some of these people are in here at the end of the day.
Sir, let me speak, please. Let me speak. I heard what you said, and all I'm going to say is none of them were on the camera. None of them were part of the story until they made themselves part of the story.
Well,
you understand?
This is what I'm saying to you. Just because somebody doesn't say anything to you outright, like, hey, don't record me right off the rip, that doesn't mean at the end of the day you're not violating somebody's privacy by having the camera out. It's the equivalent of if somebody was in the hospital. If somebody's in the hospital and maybe they didn't tell their family members why they're in there, just because they're in a waiting room, and you have your camera out and you're recording it, let's just say for whatever reason this right here goes public and this is released for everyone to see. Okay, cool, fine, dandy. But now somebody's information is being out there because now somebody's like, well, hey, I happen to notice that this gentleman that was inside the hospital on this day at this time, you were there. Why were you there?
Sir, we're not in the hospital, sir. That doesn't make any
I
sense.
said I'm using that as an analogy. This would still be the same thing. 'cause
No,
like
it's
I
not.
said, you don't
So
know.
their they don't. So if you want to be an analogy, if you wanted to make it an analogy would be they don't want their loved ones knowing they're at the MVA.
Because I said previously, you don't know why they're here. You don't know why they're here. Realistically,
I don't
speaking.
care why they're here. It doesn't matter to me.
And that's why I said to you, it would be a matter of you don't know why they're here. So they're simply saying, hey, I don't want to be on your camera. They don't have to disclose the
So I
reason
just
why
want to go
they're here.
about. I just want to go about my business, exercise my rights, sir. I'm not trying to bother anyone. I'm not trying to
Did I-
bother
did
you.
I stop you?
No,
Anything?
no, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
You have a great day. Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
This.
Hey, sir.
How you doing, sir?
Hey.
How are you?
You got some business here? I'm not kicking you out of here.
No, sir. I'm not. I'm sorry. I know you said Bill Stone.
Yeah, Bill
Okay.
Stone.
Nice to meet you. My name is Sean. Yeah. No. I just. I'm news gathering here. I'm just taking some pictures and video of the signs, the area over here. That's it. I'm just working on a story here. That's all.
You got like YouTube or something?
Yes, sir. I have publications across everything. I promise you, I'll send it to you. I can't tell you right now because it might compromise my story, but I promise I'll send it to you.
Right.
If you got a card, do you have a card? You don't have a card?
No, sorry.
All right. Well, I'll make sure you guys get it.
All right, well, you have a good one.
You
all right?
too. You guys take care and stay safe out there, all right? You too.
In the end, the police left the scene as no crime was committed. This incident serves as a vital reminder of our right to freedom of the press and public spaces, a law-protected activity that should never be infringed upon. Long Island Audit demonstrated this right commendably, standing firm against state staff and confronting the troopers to uphold citizens' First Amendment rights. His determination is truly commendable. What are your thoughts on the behavior of the state staff and cops? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and check out this video for more wild police-citizen interaction stories.